Welcome to this channel. So I'm playing with this. I'm not turning Darth Vader, okay? So why do I play with this? Well, we will know that this is for respiratory muscle training. I just try to map or to verify the Qigong or the breathing training of our ancient Kung Fu with scientific devices and scientific training. So I'm keeping playing with this kind of stuff. So only this way we can bring the ancient Kung Fu to America, and everybody can actually verify their training. Okay, no snake oil and no myth. So today I like to share with you a topic which recently being raised by many of our Wing Chun friends who message me, and that is to fix Wing Chun, to reform Wing Chun, so forth, so forth. So today I like to share with you my view on this. You see, there is nothing wrong with Wing Chun. It have nothing wrong with it. And you always heard about this triangle shape, center line. It actually have nothing wrong with it. It is just we today misunderstood what does it mean. And third thing cannot piece together. That is the problem. And for past 100 years or so in China, it become really confused there because there's serious problem in China in traditional Chinese martial arts. Particularly, there are three serious problems in traditional Chinese martial art in China. So in 1930s, many of the martial artists in the northern China who go to college or higher education start to realize that something is wrong. So the three major thing is, number one is to put down other people, other lineage, other style to promote oneself. That's the first thing. The poison. So this exists in 1930s. The second is to make things mysterious, magical. Okay. Internal chi, internal jing. These people have secret sets and all those kind of stuff. The third thing is make it look really, really nice, like perform dance in the state. So these three poison is what those martial art grandmaster in 1930s want to get rid of, because they know at that time they start to fight the fighter from different country, and they study into, say, like the heart rate, breathing rate, those kind of stuff. There are books for that. I can share with you that. Okay. So these three toxic, they want to get rid of it. So they actually form teams group of people who like to do that get together, okay? Instead of like today, oh, you want to expose the fake kung fu. They don't. They just go down there. They say, okay, they identify this is the three toxic. Putting down other people, keeping talking those nonsense like my style versus your style. My lineage is better than your lineage, those stuff. Putting magical like, oh, my grandmaster have this special sets, or I have this internal power, mind power stuff. The third is everything has to be like look soft, look like the performance in the stage or the dance. So they want to get rid of it. Too bad. After that, 1930 is the Japanese invasion to China. Second World War. The inner war between the communists and the non-communists who fled to Taiwan, and then the Cultural Revolution. So practically from 1930 to 1980s, you don't have rest, and then in the middle, you trash away all the informations. Cultural Revolution is to trash the entire thing, the culture, saying that all the culture is wrong. Okay, and yet one don't know what is proper. So, due to this, in the past 100 years, many things today we misunderstood what is going on. Like triangle shape in Wing Chun. Is there anything wrong with that? No, if you know what it is a good stuff. But if you think about it, as today, when you practice Xiu Lim Tao, you have this triangle, that triangle, then you're dead. Because that's what not. It means fall. Okay? For example, triangle shape. Triangle shape is not for structure. Triangle shape is not for your body and Xiu Lim Tao structure. Why? Let me share with you. If you go read the ancient, we don't even have to read the ancient. Just go to Grandmaster Yip Man interview. Grandmaster Yip Man said the Wing Chun hand is like rattan. R-A-T-T-A-N. Rattan. Right? So in the ancient, somebody called the willow, like the willow body. Now let me ask you a question. If you're keeping doing those structure stuff with the triangle shape, will you end up to get a rattan? The rattan, R-A-T-T-A-N, or willow type of performance? Of course you can, because you stick with your triangle shape and this and that, and then you all sort of stuff. So triangle in Wing Chun, is there a triangle in the Wing Chun? Yes. Triangle in the Wing Chun link with the fighting, link with the fist issue from heart. It is a general rule of thumb of fighting concept. And with the triangle shape, actually, it also show you the domain that your hand, like yesterday I shared that Grandmaster Yip Man said that your hand don't go outside, outward, sideways, blocking those things. It is governed. It's a rule of thumb to govern that your hand don't go outside. Okay, so your fist issue from heart, your fighting, what do you call it? Like your fighting domain, and then you want to keep your army in a certain way, or your attack in a certain way that your hand don't go outside and so forth. It's in the triangle. So Wing Chun have nothing wrong. The wrong thing is because we misunderstood what the heck's going on. So if you tell me, say, oh yeah, you have to have this structure, this geometry, this triangle, and so forth, so forth, so forth. Well, then ask a question, how is this going to realize or get the result of turn one's body into like the rattan or the willow? You can. Okay? And it is in the Grandmaster Ip Man's interview. It's just only 1970s, and just look into today how much the thing has been misunderstood. Okay? Now, there is one technical thing I can share, without getting deep. Another thing is that center line. Center line actually is a center axis. And do you guard your hand or you protect your center line with your arm techniques? In the reality is no. One don't protect one center line with one's arm. Never do that. Why? Because General Qi Shi Guang have tell us. Now you can read in English in this book, in my book. Not parry, not resist. So how do you guard your center line? Well, it's like Western boxing and everybody, you move away. So, why do I have to use all the hand techniques there? And as soon as you use your hand techniques, you get into one thing, it's called what? Chasing hand. So if we say, well, we don't want to chase hand, okay? Wing Chun never chase hand. Wing Chun go for the body. Why do I have to protect my center line? If I protect my center line, I violate the General Qi Shi Guang's rules, or the law of General Qi Shi Guang. I become parrying and blocking. And if I want to go to the right away to the opponent axis and guarding my center line, I can just do it with one shot. I just will move away. So that now I'm approaching the opponent's center line, and he missed my center line. I'm not standing here. So this is chasing hand. This is not chasing hand. This is go direct to his center axis. Well, so didn't we all heard about this? Don't chase hand. Go direct for the body. So again, Wing Chun have nothing wrong. The wrong is us who, after this past 100 years of chaotic situations, we really don't know what is going on anymore. You see, you look in all the forum, like yesterday a friend, Wing Chun friend told me, he said, you look at all the forum, everybody is like putting down this guy, putting down that guy, who is more authentic. We really don't do our job. It's not about only you bad, I'm not bad. No, we all need to realize that three poison, get rid of it, or else you don't have Wing Chun. Seriously. Okay. Now, today I'd like to share with you something even more that once for all you all know. Now in America, we want to do things properly. Okay. Probably not that properly according to Hendrix. No, properly according to what the traditional Chinese martial art or Kung Fu is. Properly according to what Wing Chun is. Not adding our 5 cents in to screw the entire thing up. The number one problem today in Chinese Kung Fu, disregard of what Kung Fu, is people no longer following what General Qi Shi Guang's 4-level model. The function, okay, functional training, the 4 aspects of momentum handling, the 3 level of fighting, and then the momentum combinations. We no longer following that. So due to that, we got a problem, a massive problem. So for those of you who don't know about this, want to know the details, this is in this Kung Fu 1560. That's the reason why I translate this so that you can see the functional training, okay? Which is like today, okay? Your muscular, cardiovascular, your body handling stuff, okay? So, and then there are 4 aspects of your fighting or the momentum handling, which involve all of those basic aspects of it, okay? With your angling and so forth. And then the 3-dimensional, you handle the momentum play on the angle, distance, and level. And then the combinations. The combinations. Okay, so you have 4 levels of fighting there. Functional training, the 4 aspects, basic aspects of momentum handling. Okay, and then the play for angle, distance, and level, and then the momentum combination. You have 4 levels. Now, in today's martial art, be it most of the martial art, it follows something which have been marketed exactly the poison, and it is marketing by the internal art people, namely the Tai Chi people. Okay, so 1930s they want to get rid of it, but today it's even promoted with the movies and all this kind of stuff, and it get into this bad today. So what is wrong with the Tai Chi promotion or marketing, which screw the entire Kung Fu, including Wing Chun today? That is taking functional training, a partial functional training, and try to put in philosophy and all sort of stuff and try to make it ultimate fighting art. Push hand, Fajing is just a functional training. Well, push hand and Fajing, it is what it is, nothing wrong with it. However, push hand and Fajing do not have momentum handling. Now, the crazy thing is when people promoting the push hand, the Fajing, and all those chi stuff, adding in philosophy from their own definitions, is no longer the Chinese definitions. So today's Tai Chi, it is no surprise that it get defeated by Xi Xiaodong. Why? Because you just do a small, simple functional training, you blown the entire thing out of proportion like it's ultimate. You don't even have the 4 aspects of training of general Qi Ji Guang. Do not have the 3-dimensional, the angle, the level, the distance, momentum handling. You do not have the momentum combination. So one is sitting at the most low level of the 4 level, the functional training, and took a partial of functional training, blown that out of proportion with one's own definitions, and using all this philosophy call it the Tao, the Chinese, the yin and yang, and all this nonsense which is no longer what the ancient is talking about. So you get into this mess. And now, did Wing Chun do that? Yes. So today's Wing Chun Xiu Lim Tao set, okay, you have 3 sets. Xiu Lim Tao, Cham Q, Biu Ji. Xiu Lim Tao set is equivalent to the first part of the 1850s Xiu Lim Tao set, which is have 4 parts. So Xiu Lim Tao set is the first part. Today's Xiu Lim Tao set has been blown out of proportion into this mind power, this power, that power. It is just a simple functional training. And in fact, it is partial. It is a partial training. Why? Your Xiu Lim Tao training do not have momentum training. You don't have momentum training. That's why I share it in the Restricting Wing Chun. So your Xiu Lim Tao training is simply a functional training. So you want to have better use of your body. That's fine. Nothing wrong with that. But it is a functional training. It is not a 4 aspect of a momentum handling training. It is not the 3-dimensional momentum handling training. It is not the momentum combination training. It is not. So if you just do the functional training like in the Xiu Lim Tao and you expect that you think that you can fight those who do combination, well, please try it out with like Western boxer who do, say, as far as I said, the classical boxing where we have a combinations of the jab, cross, and hook, and also the peekaboo type of Western boxing. As soon as one have that, your Xiu Lim Tao type of thinking Xiu Lim Tao type is the ultimate, is going to break apart the first few seconds. Again, you look at Xi Xiaodong and the Ding Hao, the fight. Okay, Xi Xiaodong with the Wing Chun man. You cannot handle it. Why? Is there something wrong with Wing Chun? No, it's not something wrong with Wing Chun. Is it something wrong with other grandmaster like Grandmaster Yip Man? No, it's not Grandmaster Yip Man problem. It is wrong with the Wing Chun. It's not wrong with Wing Chun. It's the problem is we are wrong because we take things who know what, and then we just look, oh, this is internal, this is secret. You took the toxic into Wing Chun, you screw the entire thing up, and everybody's screwed. And that's why we go to all the forum and what? Try to badmouth other people and put down other people, our own brothers and sisters. But we don't realize that we are in this loop now. Okay? So your Xiu Lim Tao is just a functional training. Nothing wrong with the functional training. But then you put the like triangle shape into your Xiu Lim Tao. Now you got a problem. How are you going to realize or implement or to get result that your body, your hand become a rattan or willow type of a body, which is soft, which is flexible? You can, because you all have joints and everything. So there's a problem. There is the major problem. We need to know that functional training is functional training. Momentum training is momentum training. If you don't have the momentum training, forget about fighting. You can say, well, because I have this power, though I can punch. Sure, you can punch those weak people. You can bully them. But when you, as soon as you met Western boxer or Thai boxer or BJJ player, you're dead. Because you are just doing functional training. And in fact, it is a very partial. So if you do the Xiu Lim Tao that you think that's ultimate, or your spine power or power, let me tell you, in momentum play, hip down, you're dead. Look in the UFC. Is it true that they go attack your hip down, you're gone? The second thing, you go straight. Your head is there. You do this kind of training or all this, try to protect your center line. When our friend in other martial art, we're going to attack straight, attack this way with different combination. How can you handle it with your hand technique? You can. So, is it Wing Chun problem? No, Wing Chun have no problem. The problem is that we don't understand what is going on. We want our own way, our own internal way. Like those Tai Chi people define all this nonsense with a philosophy. And yet, who can save them? Nobody can save them, because after 100 years of that, poison and toxic, it's like you get the people who smoke opium for 100 years, and then how can you help that? So, to reply to our friend, Wing Chun friend who messaged me, you know what? We don't have to fix Wing Chun. We don't have to reform Wing Chun. We just practice Wing Chun as it is. And then, because we are in America, we brought in scientific, verifiable thing like the heart rate, the VO2 max training, and all this kind of thing. It's measurable, your VO2 max and so forth, SpO2 and so forth, and your strength, muscular strength and so forth. So if you train Xu Lim Tao, you better to be able to handle that much muscular and cardiovascular endurance. And also your power, because you have a momentum there. Okay? Stop all this mind power, spine power, all this power. The minute you get hop into the ring with the Western boxer or Thai boxer, you're gone. That's why today many people go study Western boxing, Thai boxing, BJJ, and then they go fight under the name of Wing Chun. But well, sorry, be honest, those are not Wing Chun. Because you don't have characteristics. You don't have the uniqueness of Wing Chun. You can say, well, I'm having my uniqueness of Wing Chun, and then I also learn BJJ, I learn Western boxing, I learn Thai boxing. There's nothing wrong with that. Why? Wing Chun cannot cover everything. Wing Chun cannot cover going down to the ground. If you want to know about ground fighting, go study BJJ, study Jiu-Jitsu, study Judo. There's nothing wrong with that. Even the general Chi Chi Guan, go study the Japanese katana. But the general Chi Chi Guan have his core, which is not katana. No, take the katana and say, this is general Chi Chi Guan Miao Dao. They didn't do that. They know what is their uniqueness, their strength, their weakness, and they study from other people. There's nothing wrong with that. The wrong is that when we don't know what it is, we took other people's stuff, we stamp in the name of us. You think our boxing friend don't know we steal things from them? You think our Thai boxing friend don't know that? You think our BJJ friend doesn't know that? Of course they know, because there's their art, their uniqueness. So, there's nothing to fix. It's just that we need to start fresh. Look at things in a technical way. No longer following the 3 poison from China, because they are dead end. Look at today, they couldn't even answer to Xi Xiaodong. How are you going to supposed to answer to our friend in the United States or in Europe, which is even much more stronger than Xi Xiaodong? If you are good, go fight Mike Tyson. Do you think Xi Xiaodong, compare Xi Xiaodong and Mike Tyson, who's better? Well, if you think good, going to fight the Gracie family. You think Xi Xiaodong is better than them? Now, if we couldn't even handle Xi Xiaodong, what the heck with all this real expert? We are making a joke out ourselves. Okay, so the bottom line is open up. Understand what is going on before jump into bad mouthing this, bad mouthing that. And that's what I like to share with you. Okay? It is our mind. We need to start fresh. Fresh in the West. Forget about all this poison thinking. Start fresh in the West. We investigate in what exactly the ancient Chinese, like the General Qi Ji Guang or Shaolin Sword Strike or Wing Chun 1850 says, or even the Grandmaster Yip Man's interview, not from other people, from black and white, so you know that this is what they say. We don't take anybody as perfect, but we want to base on something which is proper. Okay? And that's the reason why I translate all this from Qi Ji Guang, Shaolin Sword Strike, everything, because so that we have a base. Nobody is screwed. The point is not to screw anybody or any lineage. The point is to get everybody win and can stand tall. When we have chat with our friend in Western boxing, in BJJ, in Thai boxing, we can stand tall. We can admit that you are good in this area, and I can share with you that this is the strength of my style, and everybody respect you, and you respect everybody. Why does it have to be all this putting down and all this poison and the secret thing and then all this thing? It's not necessary. So this is what I'd like to share with you today. Okay, I know this might be really heavy for many people, but if we don't change, we don't start fresh, we don't have future. It is a technology, we can predict that. For past 100 years, you look at the development of BJJ. They are really realistic. They're keeping improved. They keeping progress, and they learn from other style, and then they improve themselves. What does Chinese Kung Fu do in past 100 years, since the 1830s, when those old grandmasters want to reform? We don't. We're just sitting down there talking big and then making movies. And then sitting down there get high, fantasy, and then argue. And then badmouth, and then bully. So how are you going to compare with like Western boxing, evolve. BJJ, evolve. Thai boxing, evolve. Everybody evolve to better, getting better, better within past 100 years. And you're sitting down there and doing what exactly the three poison or three toxic in the 1930s, and watching movie and making movie. Do you have a future for this type of martial arts? Or it is never already a martial art? It's no longer a martial arts. So if martial art is to investigate for the truth, speak the honest words, have the honor and the pride, it is time to start a new generations, or else we have no way to go.